What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here doing a TLG Reacts for the State of Play that came out earlier today, September 24 of 2024. In case you're watching this later and you're wondering what the date was, sadly, we got some stuff spoiled for us before we watched this, but neither of us have seen video.
Nothing yet, yeah.
But I did see a certain sequel that I am anticipating. I won't say it because you might be watching this blind with us and don't want to ruin it for you. But yeah, and then I saw some other things that were leaked / rumored get announced as well. So I got a couple things spoiled for me, but like I said, I haven't seen any videos, so this will all be blind watching for the first time, but some of the reveals will be wasted, which kind of sucks. But how you doing? And are you excited to watch this?
Pretty good. And similarly, had a handful of things spoiled for me, which is especially odd because I don't follow gaming stuff for the most part. So, but yeah, I some of the reveals I did see, I didn't see any videos as well. I just saw some titles. I didn't even see pictures. I scrolled as fast as I could. So, but I am definitely looking forward to the one that we kind of confirmed we both saw.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm really excited to see that one. So something I've been waiting for a long time. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I know that they'll show it, but don't know really what it looks like. So excited to see that. All right, anything else?
No.
Real quick reminder that we are getting towards the end of the month, so that means you should be voting in the comments right now what your pick for Game of the Month in October is. It's our community pick Game of the Month in October. That means you guys get to pick it. How that works is you vote, all of you, just type in the comments a game you want us to play in October. We'll get those all tallied up. We'll put them on a wheel. We'll spin the wheel, eliminate your guys' picks until we get to the last three. Two of those will be runner-ups, put on a list for later, and one of those will be the pick for Game of the Month. And we'll play that throughout October, and we'll talk about the end of the month. So yeah, it's your guys' pick. Just type in a game you want us to play in the comments below, and we'll find out what you guys pick pretty soon. This weekend, I think we'll be filming. So yeah, down to the wire. Can't wait to find out what you guys have picked. So far, the picks have been really interesting. Most of them are games I would want to play. So that's pretty cool. One of them is a kind of weird one I don't know much about. So I can't have any anticipation of that. But I am always open to trying anything. So yeah, let us know. All right, so we should probably just jump into this. It's a 40-minute video, and it'll probably go pretty quick. This is State of Play, September 24, 24, English subtitles. I had to read all that. 3, 2, 1, and go. Still got to pick this up.
yeah, same.
Heard nothing but good things, and I love the prior games. Oh, yeah. That'd get too.
Started getting content.
Guess so. It's kind of the perfect game for it, though. It's so stupid. Free add-on.
Man, that was quick.
That is cool.
Hi everyone, I'm Nicholas Doucet, the studio head at Team Asobi. We couldn't be happier with the reception to Astrobot and to see how much joy Astro is bringing to homes all around the world. On behalf of Team Asobi, thank you so much. Now, we still have a few surprises up our sleeves. Today's trailer was a sneak peek at a DLC we'll release later this year at no additional cost. We'll have more to share soon. But for now, let's enjoy the State of Play.
It's actually done very well on his shoulder.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Listen to me, Burnt One. If you're intending to walk the midnight walk, you better be sure to keep your spark safe and burning.
That bird mask.
While I was in the black, I had a dream.
You're really playing
There
with
was a
like
monster
frame
in
rates
the woods.
gaming right now. It's interesting.
And on you go, like a moth into the burning light.
Yeah, I won't be doing that in VR.
Is this a VR game?
But it also has VR. So.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to figure out, is it a first-person shooter or what the
Charming
hell?
little wanderer. Where are you
Looks
off
cool.
to now?
And
Yeah, it's super unique.
Was, that the
I,
burnt one and a small flame.
So far, they've
took
only
a
shown
wander
walking forward. Though.
down the midnight
And then a lot of like
walk.
hand stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool.
I don't remember when it happened, but I remember how I felt. Father told us to hide when they came to our house. Then they took him away. Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore.
Oh,
Everyone had fled. She said the country was sick, but we would be okay. Mother always said monsters didn't exist. I thought they lived under my bed. We were both wrong. They live inside our heads.
What is this? Death Stranding, Dark Souls. A little bit of Remnant.
It's a nice looking game.
Yeah. It's got an interesting style.
Yeah, modern with like a pinch of like sci-fi almost.
There's a lot of samey enemies, so hopefully that's something that will change up. But I also don't know what the size of the studio is.
Huh.
Hell is Us. Or Hell is Us. Looks cool. Definitely has my attention.
My story is a tale of rules
Metro
rewritten by nuclear fire.
Only on PSVR 2?
Oh, hey, Serda! Have you seen Yana?
Something
I'm gonna have to buy one of those.
She's in no state to be wandering out in the metro alone. I need to go after her.
I would double check Steam, obviously.
Their
Yeah.
bodies arranged in some sort of ritual. Please, just let Yana be all right. What was that?
Yeah, I mean, if it's the whole game, I'm sure you'd play through it. So.
I keep hearing other voices on the radio.
You said there were people there.
I don't think this is the whole game. I don't recognize this.
Yana, is that you?
I think it's
I'm
its own
seeing
thing.
things, hearing things. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Sometimes we need to become the thing we fear to prevent something worse.
Cool. Nothing but bangers so far.
So, how did it feel to learn the truth about the night sky tragedy? Long ago, you humans slaughtered each other until the whole world lay in ruins. And yet, You have been granted another chance in Auroria. It must be the will
Definitely
of
looks
your
like a Korean
beloved
game.
mother goddess.
They all have this visual style for some reason.
However, I still have no trust in your kind.
Is this that?
It's very similar.
Mentioned something about online multiplayer just now.
Prove yourself.
I mean, that would be fun.
If you survive this trial,
Looks good. Oh.
perhaps you
interesting.
might become one of us.
How many there?
I'm gonna assume that has to do with the MMO, Archeage.
Oh, I'd assume so as well. Yeah.
Considering it's a South Korean game.
Funny how many of those MMOs are making.
This is coming out to PS5 finally.
Yeah, I believe so. How many of those Korean MMOs are becoming like single player games?
Well, that's the whole initiative they were doing.
Yeah.
People are still playing this. They're about to get a bunch of new people. Sorry, PS5. Oh, nice. It's a good surprise.
Not coming out, is out.
Thanks to
Yeah.
Pocket Pair for that new look at Pal World, an incredible open world survival game that's launching today on the PlayStation 5 console. We have a few more games with breaking news today, starting with the return of two beloved RPGs from the original PlayStation.
Your dreams, magical
I'll say Lunar.
thoughts. All things are real
Wild.
unless you dream they're not.
I remember buying the collector's
In your
editions of one of
dreams,
those.
love is the plot, carried on wings of hope.
Lunar Remastered Collection brings together Lunar the Silver Star Story Complete and Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete with updated visuals,
That's pretty
widescreen
cool.
mode, and more.
Instantly we see it, the time
old
to
school
grow and
animation
be
style.
it, when everything is pinned on
Very
a
pixelated looking.
Lunar Remastered Collection comes to PS5 and PS4 in spring 2025. Two updates on Teenage Mutant Ninja
Bring back
Turtles
more.
Shredder's Revenge. First, the Radical Reptiles DLC, which adds Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa as playable characters. And for no extra
I don't know
cost,
who that is.
a remixed in-game soundtrack featuring some
Oh, yeah.
amazing guest composers. Both of these updates arrive later today.
Looks pretty fun.
Huh? I've taken on another form?
And yes, you heard right. Keanu Reeves is joining Sonic X Shadow Generations as part of the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack.
That's
This
weird.
update is
He's the
inspired
voice
by
in the movie,
scenes
isn't
from the Sonic the Hedgehog
I
3
just found
movie
that out, yeah.
and
Oh.
arrives December 12th. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack is included in the Digital Deluxe Edition, which lets you play the game 3 days ahead of its October 25th release date.
That's interesting.
This is the mobile game.
Hello, State of Play.
Yeah.
I am
Just bringing
Sakaguchi,
console finally.
プロデューサー of Fantasy and Neo Dimension。手作りのジオラマを使ったファンタジアンネオディメンジョン150も作りました。そして ランダムエンカウントを貯めていっぺんに戦ったり、スキルの起動を操作したりと、単式バトルにも新要素を盛り込んでいます。音楽はファイナルファンタジーシリーズで共に歩んできた上松さんです。プレイステーション5にて2024年12月5日発売、どうか皆さんにプレイしていただけたらと、願っています。
I think I can skip that unless I hear good things about it. Pretty meh.
We're just over a month away from the release of Dragon Age the Veilguard. Let's check in with BioWare and Electronic Arts for an extended look at a climactic battle.
I'm really curious to see how this game does.
We've gotten word from the Wardens.
Have they found Gillenane?
Not yet, but they found something else worth killing. One of her blighted dragons.
Rook, you made it. Good.
Wouldn't miss it. We have unfinished business with that dragon.
We've tracked it to a ruined tower nearby.
That lair is a death trap. We need to lure her out to have any chance. So
Let me know in the comments if you're excited for this.
Then attack.
I'm seeing so many mixed things about this game when it comes to reception.
Just you and me now.
I'm like slightly interested, but like I have like no hype for it.
Everyone, get ready!
Wardens! Ready ballistas! Wait for it.
Come on. Come on.
Hit the wings! Force her to land! Second detachment! Flank on the walls! Let go!
I thought this game was supposed to look better than this. The hair physics are pretty good though. This combat does nothing for me though. At least there's some kind of, I want to call it turn-based combat, but some kind of strategic element to the combat than just running around an empty, huge arena.
Just doing how Final Fantasy VII did.
Yeah. It's amazing how much I haven't followed this game, so like a lot of this is like brand new info for me seeing this.
My first time seeing the combat.
Second dragon!
Press the attack! Bring that first one
Fucking
down!
Theo Vaughn. Yep.
Gillenane.
Consume their flesh! Shatter their bones!
These cinematics are kind of simple.
Your battle is already lost.
What'd you think of that?
I think if I want to play Dragon Age, I'll play the first one.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls.
Oh. What's this?
The FBC's research department set up a facility. The Lake House. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, I would have just kept on driving.
Very Control-esque. Those DLCs that came out for this. Expansion? What does that entail?
I don't know, but it's pretty soon.
The fuck?
Give up the firearm!
Okay. Hitman. Hitman would be like the perfect stealth VR game because the pacing of Hitman, if you're playing it correctly, is kind of slow and like methodical. You can like run around and shoot, but you're either playing on easy or you're gonna get killed quick.
Right.
There's a lot of like dressing up as this guy walking amongst people.
Well, and then also just be able to like shoot around corners and stuff like that is gonna make the experience a little more.
Yeah.
Entertaining in that regard too.
I'm actually interested in that. Is that all of World of Assassins or Assassination, or what it's called?
Maybe.
You know the truth.
Crazy play the whole. Oh,
I stood.
This is what got leaked like a month ago.
Yes,
until I.
This is what I was telling you, the statue at Gamescom, wherever the person was like, "What is this?"
I earned a new kind.
Yeah, I don't really have an affinity for these, but I know.
I liked them. Yeah.
Agony.
The fate of this world was preordained in an instant.
It's cleaned up. Although, it would have been, yeah, 100%. It would have been so much cooler to see like a fucking remake, though. Yeah.
I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold.
Although if I feel like they made like a brand new one nowadays or like a remake, they might make the combat very similar to like God of War or something. Yeah. I would hope they would try to do something different. That's cool though. There's like a whole generation of people who like probably like never played these games. It's pretty cool. I like that PlayStation is making an effort to bring
Legacy
their older
of Kain
games.
Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered arrives
back.
December 10th, celebrating
Like
the
those
25th
JRPGs,
anniversary of
Lunar
the
and,
first game's
whatever,
release.
Something else.
You sure we can't just do the same?
Games from the original PlayStation era also inspired Fear the Spotlight from Blumhouse Games. It brings atmospheric polygonal scares to PS5 and PS4 on October 22nd.
So this is just a new game intentionally.
Yeah, and I fucking love all these PlayStation-looking games people are
I'm
making.
happy here. So happy.
At last, we've returned to our ancestral land, Agaspa.
This looks more like Fable than the new one.
Build villages and nurture vast ecosystems in Towers of Agasba. This colorful world includes unique creatures, a peculiar cast of characters, and also allows you to invite other players to visit your island.
This is fucking Shrouded.
Towers of Agasba launches into early access this November. Up next, Epic Games brings a split-screen mode to LEGO Fortnite this October. This feature enables friends and family to explore the world and build villages together while playing on the same PS5 or PS4. And in other Fortnite news, the new Fortnite Limited Edition DualSense wireless controller arrives later this year, with pre-orders starting October 3rd.
Took a while to start making specialized controllers like this, but it seems like they're just making them now.
Details.
See the Astrobot one?
Oh yeah, I want it.
Yeah.
Next, it's 1 versus 1,000 in Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Pearlescent
and Koei
looking
Tecmo
ones
Games
coming
is
out
ready
too.
to share the release date. Let's take a look.
Want the PlayStation
Guardian of peace.
The gray one.
Anniversary
You have
one,
crossed
yeah.
paths with men who may one day bring about order.
Man, I hope this is
Until
good.
then, you must adapt
Looks cool.
to the chaos and find a way
I think it's
to
interesting
survive.
you're playing as a single
So choose
character
your
though.
path wisely.
That's kind
Go
of a bummer.
forth
Hopefully, I
and
mean,
learn what it means
if
to
the
be a
gameplay's good, it's
hero.
good, but it's kind of the fun thing about Dinosaurs is playing all the different characters and just kind of going through all their
You
stories
claim
and
to
stuff.
strive for justice, but have no way to achieve it. Tearing down the system without providing an alternative is mere wanton
It's definitely the
destruction.
best looking Dinosaurs I've ever seen though, graphically. It's not great, but it actually looks like a modern game.
Yeah, so it's been a while since 9, hasn't it?
Yeah, but even when that came out, it didn't look that great. But these games have never been known to look great, so it's not a big deal for me. It's like when Earth Defense Force comes out, I don't care how it looks.
Cast. All that remains is to see this through.
I'm sure it's going to be single player if you're playing a specific character, but that's also going to be a bummer too, because like the multiplayer Dinosaurs is fun. Although, if they have this game built already, they obviously have an engine that they could just make a new one, like a traditional one now.
Imagine the whole thing. It's burned into my mind.
Same, bro.
Capcom. Wonder what this is.
Oh, yep.
So, Captain, what's your team been getting up to?
Day one by.
The Guild gave special assignments to some of the other units from the expedition, mine included.
This forest is amazing.
Character mouse is so much better.
My fur isn't built for this kind of weather.
They're still. I played not that long ago, and it still looks really good. But this definitely looks better.
Yeah.
This is its territory, and we're intruders.
So much moving parts. Yeah, the animation is really good too. Every time I see this game, I just talk about the animations because everything just looks it's moving so.
One of the best parts of Monster Hunter World is like fighting the monsters, all the different things.
Yeah,
they can do,
it's just impressive to me how much is moving around. Yeah. Oh shit.
That was cool.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, dude. I love these guys.
Those homies.
Why don't they just put the meat down?
We're just having a showcase right now of these guys. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's crazy.
That's it. The White Wraith. It's real.
Is that what we're after? The White Wraith.
Down there. Someone's in trouble.
It seems we must do a more thorough investigation.
What is that thing? An extinct species.
You're a hunter. You've got a weapon, and you do nothing?
Yeah, hunting horn.
Give it to me, and I'll...
What are they gonna do? Looks so good.
Yeah. That's so close.
Damn. Yeah, that's fucking... I mean, it looks done. Everything we see of it, but like, that is right around the corner.
Dang, Red Mage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
a whole lot of time.
モンスターハンターワイルズプロデューサーの津本です。本作の発売日
It's
が
gonna be in my top 3 next year.
2025年
Actually,
2月28日
there's
世
so many
界同
games
日
coming
発
next
売
year.
に決定いたしました。本日より順次予約を開始しますので、ぜひご予約いただければと思います。プレイステーションストアでご予約いただいた方限定の特典として、プレイステーション5でご覧いただけるデジタルミニアートブックをご用意します。9月26日の23時からは TGS2024 カップオンオンラインプログラムを放送いたします。
I don't know.
それでは
All I know is
続
every
き
time something
モンスターハン
happens,
ター
it
ワイルズの
happened
情
before
報にご
GTA
注目
6
くだ
Oh
さい。
yeah, that's the meme.
またお会いしましょう。
Look at those chompers! Okay, trail spots aren't cheap, so let's get started.
Respectably not
A
for me.
hunter with a mysterious past and her very heroic friends are all that stands in the way of an unspeakable evil. Join them as they explore.
I know
like
these
wacky
games have
outfits
sold
and
well.
decorate their
I mean,
village.
it seems like the first one's received better than the second one.
There's more. The digital
Although the
deluxe
second one I
edition,
thought
you get
was
this
fine.
exciting
I haven't beaten it,
blue
but
roller
that might say something.
snazzy
But
costumes,
it's
like
kind of
the
amazing
Shadow
how much
Stalwart.
Sony,
And this,
how much stock they
I
put
don't know
into
what
this
that
fucking
is.
brand.
That
Like they really
or that.
want
Or when
Horizon
they're climbing in that
to be
cannon.
something. And it
Look
sells,
how
so
much
it's not like
fun
it's
they're
like
having.
it's not like Days
Come
Gone.
and join the
But
party at Mother's Heart.
it's just weird when you see like the online talk about these games.
Got it all in.
It's
Not to mention the pre-order.
yeah, it just seems like it doesn't warrant
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani.
all the stuff
We
they
are
put out
so
for it.
excited for everyone to get their hands on LEGO Horizon Adventures when it launches on November 14th. And Aloy has more good news on the horizon.
The long-rumored remaster.
Aloy's original adventure,
Yep.
Horizon
Yeah,
Zero
this is
Dawn,
what
is being
we did as
remastered for PS5
I just assumed
and
because
PC by Guerrilla
this has
and
been
Nixes.
rumored for fucking like a year.
Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered includes more than 10 hours of re-recorded conversation mocap and countless
It
graphical
does look way
improvements
better.
that bring the game to the same visual fidelity as Horizon Forbidden West.
Yeah, it looks fucking great.
Yeah.
I just think about Forbidden West is like that game is like visually
This new version
really
of Horizon
fucking
Zero Dawn will
fantastic
arrive
looking.
October
Yeah.
31st.
It's
And
not like
anyone
a
who
whole
owns
lot
the
of games
original
this
PS4
generation
version of
that's
the
like
game will
blowing
be
my
able to
mind
upgrade to the
visually,
new
but that game
PS5
was like
version
really
for
good looking.
$9.99. Visit PlayStation Blog for more details and watch the full trailer to see all the enhancements to Aloy's epic quest. New content is on the way to the action-packed world of Stellar Blade. A new photo mode lets players set up the perfect picture with your
Oh,
choice
dude,
of poses,
people are gonna love
expressions,
that
and
photo
filters.
mode.
And Stellar Blade's original soundtrack, featuring over 180 songs from the game, is available on select streaming
180?
services starting today.
Nikkei's packed.
Crazy.
But that's not all.
Ah.
Just hilarious.
They
Sci-fi
fucking
worlds
collaborate with
collide in
everybody.
the Stellar Blade and Nier
funny
Automata
'cause it's like
collaboration,
basically the same
coming
type
to
of game.
Stellar
Yeah.
Blade later this year.
Except for one's better.
Now let's talk about what's ahead for PlayStation Plus. First, your monthly games for October are WWE 2K24, Dead Space, and Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. These will be available to all
I am
PlayStation Plus
so
members
pumped.
starting October 1st.
Bill, talk about Dead Space. Be in that game
Meanwhile,
2.5
our
times.
library of PlayStation Classics
I'm so pumped that it
continues
actually
to grow,
seems
with
like
2 more
it
fan
will be
favorites from
an
the
easy
original
month for me.
PlayStation arriving
So,
later this year.
yeah.
Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, and Capcom's Dino Crisis. Naughty Dog fans
I
know
don't know,
September
but
26th
Doki Doki
is The
is, though.
Last of Us Day, and we're celebrating by adding the critically
people really
acclaimed
like that game,
PS5
so.
hit The Last of Us Part 1 to the PlayStation Plus game catalog this Thursday.
I still need to pick up that. That's what you're talking about, okay. Yeah, I didn't see this. Oh no, are they iridescent? Oh no. What? The purple and the white one.
I don't want any of them.
I like that white one. I don't have a slim PS5, so it's like fucked. Chroma collection. Pretty cool.
Hi everyone,
Well,
I'm
that's
Mark
not just new
Cerny.
colors, but just like
we recently
actually a new,
revealed the newest addition to the PlayStation
type
5
of
family,
coloring.
PS5 Pro, alongside several games showcasing the superior
heard from
frame
you.
rates and improved
Right back.
graphics
Go back
that
in
the
the
new
closet.
console makes possible. With PS5 Pro, developers have access to 3 key improvements: an upgraded GPU, advanced ray tracing, and AI-driven
Shouldn't you be working on PS6?
that combine to bring developers closer
he
to
is.
realizing their unique
He talks to people like
We're
you're
excited
tied in
for
a chair and
players
he's
to
telling you
get
what he's
their
going to do
hands
with
on
you.
PlayStation 5 Pro when it launches this November. But in the meantime, here's a look at some of the games that are being enhanced for the new console, including a few titles that we're revealing for the very first time today.
So just games being enhanced.
That's
cool. I'd like some like brand new games, but
There's 7 out. Or, yeah, this one.
this one fucking needs it because actually after the first patch they fixed it, but when it first came out,
It's getting a 60 frames graphics.
yeah, I heard that it's a huge difference for that game specifically.
Too bad I'm done.
Oh,
Also,
new
not
stuff for
quite.
Snake Eater. I'll buy a Pro, but I'm not going to buy a day one. There's no need for me to do that. Honestly, the biggest one I'm seeing a huge difference here is, and they all look great, but like Final Fantasy, huge difference. Looks like how it should look. Which reminds me, I want to buy Final Fantasy 16 on PC. Up here, okay. Here it is.
We are beyond the edge of Japan. People come north to disappear. But you are hunting. And now, every Ronin here is after you. Still think you're the hunter?
Red Dead Redemption vibes almost. It's weird.
Yeah, Sucker Punch can make an environment.
Oh yeah. Just hanging out. Good wolf pet. Maybe it's like the foxes that lead you around. Fuck yeah, dude. I can't wait. $2025, dude. It's gonna be such a fucking huge year for games.
Give me a reason to use my PlayStation.
Yep. Until they release it on PC a year later.
I'm not waiting that long.
Yeah. That's a nice little reference. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Did they have a release thing for this? Is this... They didn't have like a date or anything?
Just
or
the
it's
year.
2025. I'm excited too because the last one was a PS4 game, so this will be a PS5 game.
Yeah,
they're gonna be able to do so much more. So, all right, that was the state of play. What do we think?
I think it's pretty good. They had a pretty decent amount of variety in there, though it's still lacking the one thing Sony can't seem to get a hang of, which is shooters.
Yep. Rip Concord.
But I mean,
it's amazing that Sony can like fucking just kill it with so many things, but they can't fucking make a shooter for shit.
Yeah.
The only one they have is like Destiny 2, and they had to buy that, and it's not doing great because they're upset with how it's being handled. So it's fucking wild.
Yeah. I mean, the big takeaways for me obviously are of Ghosts of Yotei, Monster Hunter Wilds, Astrobot, getting content already is wild. The Lunar Collection I'm interested in as well. And what else was there?
There was
Here comes
some of these things.
The Stellar Blade editions is nice because I still haven't played it. I purchased it. I haven't played it yet, so it'll be nice if that stuff gets added before I even play, because I'll be inclined to actually mess with that stuff at that point. And then Archeage Chronicles, I'm curious about. I'm kind of digging all these like MMO properties that I had an interest in, but didn't necessarily like the MMO. Maybe having a chance at getting me with a single player game. So.
I remember playing the original Archeage back in the day. I think you played it more than I did, but that was like an okay like free to play Korean MMO, like way back in the early days of like free to play MMOs. I think they made one after that though, or they are working on one. I don't remember, but I haven't heard about it. So maybe that's like popular there. But it is interesting that a bunch of companies in South Korea are like trying to push like single player games after Stellar Blade. But it kind of makes sense that there's already established properties there that have been on for a long time with their MMOs. So it kind of makes sense to go like, well, we already have brands. Like, let's just fucking make a single player game. So it is really interesting to see that. And it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm like impressed with a lot of the games they're making in South Korea right now when it comes to like at the very least visuals. All the gameplay looks very similar, but luckily it's gameplay that I like. So
yeah.
But I was actually really impressed with how that game looked.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, there's not a whole lot of other takeaways for me. I am happy to see some VR support with 2 pretty large titles getting VR games.
Yeah, the Metro game looked cool. Hitman looked cool.
Yeah. Then there was that one.
That weird claymation
one?
The
claymation one, yeah.
Which I'm still really confused on.
Yeah, it almost looked like an experience game.
Oh, I guarantee it is. Yeah. But it seems like there's like first-person segments and then like third-person segments.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if the VR experience will be the first person and or if it's going to go back and forth. I mean, obviously that looks like it'd be VR.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but I like the claymation look they got going on. It also like really kind of screams, inspired by like Tim Burton stuff. Yeah, I mean it's neat. I don't think I'd play it just because it's not really my style of game, but
yeah,
I do applaud the uniqueness of it for sure. And then Soul Eater combo coming out again for people like you said who haven't had a chance to play it, and for fans who want to revisit it. I think it's cool.
Oh, Soul Reaver?
Yeah.
First, like the anime?
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called. Legacy of Kain games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. All the different controllers they showed off, which is kind of funny. They showed off like 4 or 5 controllers during this stream or whatever.
They're really churning them out.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're a fan of the DualSense controller, that's just more looks you get for them.
Power World came out today.
Power World
on PS5.
Yeah.
It's been a long time coming, and luckily there's no wait anymore, I guess. So that's pretty cool they did that. Dragon Age Veilguard did nothing for me, which sucks. I'm trying to be open-minded about it.
It probably did the opposite it was intending to do for me. Once I saw the combat, I was instantly turned off because that's not Dragon Age for me.
Well, it just sucks, though, because it is Dragon Age now, because like the only Dragon Age that has the gameplay that we would want from Dragon Age is 1 game.
And 2.
2 had like a hybrid system, though. You could turn it into like a third-person game as well, because they were dabbling at that time with trying to make a game that would work for different audiences. And Inquisition had, I think it was like a third-person.
Inquisition was definitely a third-person game.
Yeah. But I remember 2, unless I have the wrong game, I could have swore that game had like 2 modes you could play that game in or something like that.
I don't recall that, but I'll
have to look it up.
I also didn't play it for very long because it's just not that great. So
every once in a while, I still see somebody say that it was like good, and I'm always like, that's nice. I'm glad somebody liked that game.
Yeah, I liked the first one.
It was awesome.
Inquisition was okay as a video game, but again, not Dragon Age for me. I mean, obviously they are Dragon Age, like you said. I'm not arguing that. That series died for me. So
it's like it reminds me of when like the first album of a band is one way, and then eventually they start making music, and people are like, "I like their old stuff," and it's like, well, their old stuff is only 2 albums, and they have 8 albums after that. Yeah. So you do like their old stuff, but like you don't like the majority of what they make at this point. So it's not really a thing to hold on to anymore if you're not into it. So Dragon Age, I know there's some people who are really hopeful for this, and I hope it's good. I'm not like, like I said, it's kind of a nothing burger for me. I don't feel good or bad about what I'm seeing here. I'm just like, that looks kind of meh. But it is fascinating to me how EA has this tendency to release games that get a lot of excitement and hype and just completely fucking change it after that. They're like, nah, we're not going to do, or not continue it. It's really weird how they like to just switch things up instantly after success. So it's really bizarre to me.
Yeah, I'm also just kind of getting burnt out on people taking old school RPGs and making them into action games. Just like make a new game.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing I say about Hollywood when it comes to movies. It's like, oh, this remake. It's like, just make a new thing.
Well, and I know like the whole purpose of this is to use the IP because it already has an established following, right?
Oh yeah. It's going to guarantee more sales than if it was a brand new IP look like this.
Yeah, I just it's annoying because like you could just make a new game. Eventually, you're gonna have to make a new IP. Like you can't just ride the same ones forever. Like people will get tired of it.
Well, and if you keep making games that people aren't super excited for with the same brand, you're just weakening your brand at that point.
Yeah.
And eventually, you're gonna get some guaranteed money, but you're destroying the reputation of not only that game but the dev behind it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sabotaging future prospects.
Yeah, so I mean, unless it like just comes out and like it's just resoundingly amazing,
sure,
that's a pretty big pass for me.
I don't think it's going to be, but I think people are going to like it though. It looks like it's decent quality, but I already hear so much negativity about that game, and I'm trying to be open minded about it. And then I see it, I'm just like, it doesn't. There's nothing about it that seems like unique or interesting or special.
Yeah.
And anything that's like the Dragon Age visual style is fucking gone completely. So it just looks like, generic third-person action fantasy game.
Yeah.
But I hope to be wrong. So I am really impressed with how good this looks, though. The Horizon Zero Dawn remaster.
Mm-hmm.
I expect it to look better, but like this looks just like Forbidden West. So it's cool they're able to just like upgrade it, basically.
Yeah,
so,
well, and I saw there in the subtitles they re-recorded a bunch of stuff for it too. So
yeah.
So it looks like they actually put some extra work into it, which is nice.
Yeah. So
I've already beaten it though, and it's not really something I plan to revisit.
It's not on my priority list. I would want to beat Forbidden West before I even go back and play the first one.
True. I think I played the game for about 2 hours.
Yeah, I played for about 20. So I got pretty far into it, but I just, for some reason, I think like the story wasn't really motivating me, and the gameplay was like good, but not, I mean, it's kind of more of the same. So I just like, just kind of found something else to start playing. I never went back. This photo mode, like I said before, is going to be so popular. People are already posting, or for a long time were posting just random screenshots of that game. So, yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
Overall, I thought this was a pretty good state of play. It kind of hit all the major beats of what I want out of any kind of presentation. It had a lot of reveals of different varying degrees of excitement. Some low-level stuff, some high-level stuff, some bringing back things, remaster, stuff like that, which I know a lot of people don't really like. Kind of, it's deflating to see just more remasters, but I appreciate especially the Lunar remaster. That's cool because that's a game that should be brought back in some capacity to be playable for people who liked the game back in the day, and that is a game that's old enough that should be remastered, but also new generations that might want to play stuff like that. But then also, I know people are not going to be happy with the Zero Dawn remaster, but I think it looks good. You don't have to buy it. It's probably going to be a upgrade anyway if you...
It's a $10 upgrade.
$10? Yeah. So that's completely fair to me to get better visuals, stuff like that.
While we're talking about bringing old games back, give me Shining Force 1 and 2.
That'd be great. That's old school. I'm surprised that wouldn't be on some kind of Sega pack thing or something.
It is on Steam.
Okay. Yeah. But it'd be cool to see a remake.
I don't see him doing that, but yeah, I would.
You got to spend money on that. It's not going to sell that well. So,
but a remaster would be fine. Just upscale it, make it crisper. I love those games.
Yeah, I fucking love Shining Force 2. I think when I was younger, I wasn't into JRPGs almost at all, and those are the only ones I liked. Were Shining Force, and then PlayStation era is when I started getting interested in JRPGs. Because I want to play action games and shooters and shit. So yeah, Astrobot free update I think is fucking awesome. I still really want to pick this up. It just hasn't been. I haven't had the time. I've been playing other games, so I didn't want to just pick this up and not play it. But I love what they've done with the brand before, and that they're adding all this new free content. It's just awesome. It's a really good way to support the game, and in good faith for free. That's fucking awesome. This. Hell is no, that's not it. But this claymation game looks cool. It seems like a game I'm gonna get on PlayStation Plus at some point. But the quality is really good looking. It's it's a really realized, cool, visionary idea that I don't know what the gameplay is gonna be like, but obviously it seems more of about the experience than anything. So really liked that. I was looking for that one game, Hell is Us. I'm really intrigued by this game.
It's very pretty game.
Yeah, and the visual style is cool. It reminds me of a lot of different things. I am a little worried about repeating enemy types that I'm seeing a lot here, but we're only seeing blips, so we're not seeing the whole thing. But other than that, the visual style is cool. I have a lot of questions about what I'm seeing here, and definitely would like to see just some pure gameplay to see what we're getting into. But it looks like a third-person action game with puzzles. That's most games nowadays. So at the very least, it's hitting all the basic things you're going to want from a game like this, and it has a cool visual style. So I would like to know more about it, but it obviously seems a little early for that. Metro VR, definitely interested in that. Archeage, I'm pretty impressed with, although it does remind me of like Vindictus and Crimson Desert.
Yeah.
But that's not a bad thing. I like that they're all trying to make these like third-person action, seemingly AAA experiences. I mean, this looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
I need to brush up on the brand of Archeage because I don't have affinity for it really anymore, but I know of it from the past. So, but yeah, it looks really fucking cool. What was this? Oh, Power World coming out. I love reveals that show that the game is coming out right now. So that was a really cool move on their part. Monster Hunter, it's like fucking day one. I don't even need to see any more on this game. This isn't Monster Hunter. I thought we were on Monster Hunter. This game I have no, whatever. Let me know in the comments. I asked earlier, but like, let me know what you think of Veilguard. I'm really curious about that. Really interested in this expansion for Alan Wake 2. I don't know what. I mean, it's coming out soon. I think it said next October. Yeah, and I don't know what the hell they're
a couple weeks.
Yeah. It's just crazy that they're supporting this game like they are. I love that they're doing that. I didn't play the DLCs. I need to do that. And I know they added, I believe, New Game Plus. That was the reason I didn't continue playing Alan Wake 2, is because when I beat it, that was it. And I'm like, I would like to start the story over, but, you know, maintain my progress. But, yeah. Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remaster, I think is very cool. I think a lot of people, even like younger people, will probably like this game. I don't know if the gameplay is going to translate to modern audiences very well, but I think people still appreciate it. This game was like a pretty fun action game back in the day, and it was like PlayStation, which is crazy. So I wonder if they're going to do anything to modernize like controls and stuff like that, because PlayStation 64, that whole era was like the Wild West.
Pretty wild
when it came to control schemes. There's no standards yet, so like everything was kind of weird back then. So I'm sure they'll do some kind of modernization. And this is like a really fresh, clean remaster. Obviously, doesn't reinvent the wheel here, but everything's like, you know, more smooth looking. The textures are more defined. Lighting looked better, so I'm definitely happy about that. The Annapurna horror game, I'm definitely curious about as well. I love all these retro PlayStation visual style games people are making nowadays. It's like, you know, for a while there, everybody's all about the pixel art. I appreciate pixel art, but it doesn't really get me excited a whole lot. I just think it's really neat the way they do it, but I love that people are like, you know, PlayStation's retro now, which is crazy, and people are making these, you know, old school looking games. It looks awesome to me. So let's see, controllers. Dynasty Warriors I think looks really cool. I got some questions about how playing one character or single player is going to work for Dynasty Warriors. That kind of sucks, but it does look solid. It looks much better. I remember when 9 was coming out, thinking like, it looks all right, but you know, it's a new one, I'm going to pick it up. And then reviews came out and it was like not good from what I heard from many places. And this looks like a much better showing before the game comes out. So I have a lot more faith in this. Maybe 9's good now. I don't know. I skipped over that one. Here's Monster Hunter, and day one pie. Very excited to play this. Coming out way sooner than I thought. I figured next year, but not so early next year.
Quarter one.
Yeah. So I will be going just hard on this fucking game like I did World. Which will be great, because I picked up World and Rise recently on PC again, and I was playing them a little bit, and I was like, well, if I want to play Monster, I'll just play these until this comes out. But now it's coming out so soon, I just need to brush up, I guess, in World and get ready for this. So
you can get through World in a month pretty easy. So.
Yeah, well, I flew through it when it first came out pretty quick.
And now you got armor that's going to make it
even easier,
pointless, basically.
Yeah. Which is fine, because like I already went through it, so I'd rather just get through it and get to the end game stuff. But this looks so fucking good. I'm so pumped for it.
Yeah.
What is this? This is that Lego game. I appreciate it. Horizon.
This one's yeah. They also showed Fortnite as well.
Yeah. I'm glad they're on split screen. It's great for people who want to play split screen with people. It does nothing for me. This does nothing for me either, and it's kind of weird that they're doing this with this brand, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense that Lego games probably do well with families, with people with kids, stuff like that. And Sony going like, hey, use our brand to do that as well. It's good. I wouldn't trust. I mean, if I was a kid, I would want to play Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, but there's like a lot of kids who might not be able to play a game like that because there's a lot of shit going on. Certain weapons got to use to break armor, stuff like that. It might be easier just to throw them in front of the Lego game. So, or if they watched you play Horizon Zero Dawn, they could play the Lego game and know the characters, stuff like that. So. And then these colored controllers and stuff look really cool. That's definitely going to be to each their own. Obviously, you weren't too into them, but I like iridescent stuff, pearlescent stuff. I like seeing the colors kind of go through the light and change, stuff like that. I think the purple and the green one are really cool looking, but a little like strong in how they look. And I think the white one has like a really nice subtle color to it that I really like. Looks like a car I would have in Gran Turismo. And then that's the lot. This is that splash reel, but basically Ghost of, is that Yotei or Yotei?
It'd be Tei.
Tei, yeah. Earlier said Tai, so I was like, do I have that right or wrong? But this looks fucking awesome, and it's an awesome reveal. I wish it could have been a surprise for me, but I was at work all day today, just like knowing that they showed it without seeing anything on it. I was just like, fuck, I can't wait to see it. I love the original game. I know you do too. I love the Legends mode. I hope they bring that back with this. It was such a cool... They could make a standalone game, and I would play the show that too. This looks just gorgeous.
I don't take screenshots in the games very often, but
that game's begging for it, though.
PS5 has added a wallpaper mode for their the home page now. I actually took that screenshot, and it's my screenshot for my PS5 now. But not too spoilery for Ghost of Tsushima, but there's a scene where you're by this giant red tree, and it was just beautiful. I had to take a screenshot there. So these games just ask for it.
Do you think that wolf is going to be a pet?
I kind of maybe, but you had brought up the fox thing, and that makes a lot of sense because they already kind of did that.
Yeah,
and they could mix it up. Obviously, since we have a different character now, their whole like belief structure could be completely different. I am also, we didn't really bring it up yet, but I'm glad the story is a different character because that story's done.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a sec, but because I agree mostly, but the wolf thing would be interesting because you got to bring new gameplay mechanics from the last game. Yeah. You got to have something new, and so a wolf or a pet would be interesting. You still got your horse, you still got, and now you would have like a wolf, or maybe there will be situations where you run into them and they'll do something for you. I don't know, attack a base or something. I don't, but that could be really cool. Also, seeing her dual wielding, really cool. Gun, really cool. Definitely a different time, different place. When it comes to the character, I also agree. I thought about that when I saw the picture of her. I was like, oh, it's a girl. It's obviously a different location with the name. So this will just be another Ghost of Japan, basically, with their own story arc. I kind of like that because I remember beating Ghost of Tsushima, and I was like, that was a really good story. What happened after that? Not to say you couldn't continue that story and write a really good story after that, but I kind of like that it is like had an ending.
Yeah.
And maybe something you'll hear will tie into this and loosely touch together. But
sure,
that fucking lighting on the mountain is so fucking. Where's it at? Yeah. Right here. This is like, again, Red Dead Redemption level shit. Like the god rays coming through these clouds, hitting the mountain in the background. All these horses moving all at once through a field of grass blowing in the wind. It's crazy. I fucking love this. This is amazing looking. The fog, the trees, the castle. Like, oh my god, this is gonna be so good. That's such a cool shot. Everything's just so picturesque.
Yeah, I spent so much time. I'm the type of person who doesn't really like to use like mounts and vehicles in games anyways. But like I walked everywhere in Ghost of Tsushima because I was just like looking at everything constantly.
Yeah.
I was like, God, this game's beautiful.
This shot's kind of cool too. I don't know if it's indicative of gameplay at all, but like just seeing her hanging out in a place that's populated, that would be cool to see in the next one of like maybe more like, because you'd like go to places because they're under attack, so it makes sense they're not all just chilling and hanging out in the first game. But you'd go to places and people are like injured and stuff like that because there's battle going on and stuff like that. But
or you try to defend like people who hadn't got a chance to run away or something.
So it didn't feel like unpopulated, and especially back then you wouldn't see people all over the place anyway. There's less people, no one's driving cars and shit, obviously. But that is one thing I think would be cool, is if there's more like, just passive NPCs doing things like drinking, playing instruments, stuff like that. So that's, like I said, don't know if this is indicative, but probably is. Aurora Borealis, this blue field is fucking awesome with all these birds. She also is carrying this instrument everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's I can't really tell, but my brain's not working. I know Chris wants to buy one.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the specifics of the instrument. It's just interesting that her character is carrying an instrument around. So I wonder if that'll be a gameplay thing, because they already played with visuals and audio cues to guide you in the first game. So it'd be interesting if you could do things with that. I don't know what you would do, and obviously that's going to probably be part of her story, but that's a really interesting thing. This game looks a lot like the last game, but there's all these little things that actually feel like it has its own kind of essence going on too, which I kind of love, and ties back into, I am glad they're doing their own story with a new character. This gives room for, if they make a third game, which I hope they do, unless this game sucks, but I doubt it will, where they could have a whole new character in a whole new region of Japan or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely prefer that if they just had one-off stories.
Yeah, it'd be fucking awesome.
Shama said.
Yep, that's the one. The snow looks great too, the tree bending, it's all piled up. This is tech that's in every game ever now, but still looks really good. Everything just looks fantastic, and it's Japanese stuff, so it's fucking awesome. I like the mask; it's cool looking. Yeah, I can't wait for this game. Looks awesome, and I'm glad that we got a big reveal. That was another thing, kind of wrapping this up, is they had a lot of different things throughout this whole presentation. I thought kind of hit different beats, but to have a big reveal like this at the end, I think is something that a lot of people are going to be happy with, which is nice, because with all these presentations, at the end, people are like, oh, fuck, it sucked. They didn't show anything. It's like, well, they showed something for sure here. That's a big, huge title that a lot of people are going to want to play. So,
though, I feel like no matter what show happens, that you're going to have a group of people saying that kind of crap. So,
sure. But sometimes more than others. But for some reason, State of Play is people always are just like, it's going to suck. And then they watch it like, that sucked. And it's like, what's the one specific game that you wanted that they didn't show you, and that's why you're upset?
Bloodborne and Grand Theft Auto. Yep. That's all they care about.
100%. Yeah. So. Which, I'm with you. I definitely would love to see a remaster of Bloodborne or a sequel. But I never expect that. And then Grand Theft Auto, it's going to come out when it comes out. That's not a Sony thing.
I think it's like batshit crazy, because Sony is not ignorant that people want that.
Yep.
And like they just won't do it. And FromSoft has also said they'd be okay with working on the brand again. So like, what's the holdup?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's got to be something, because Sony will milk Horizon. So they're not opposed to milking something, like pumping out stuff for stuff. So there's got to be something up with Bloodborne, because otherwise, like, they know people want it. They know they're going to make money off of it, and it's already made. So at the very least, make it a remaster. People would buy it. So I would fucking buy it.
They don't even have to remaster it. They literally just have to make it 60 frames per second and put it on PC and PlayStation.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I think like an upgrade to it would be great, because that's a PS4 game. So
I mean, I agree. I'm just saying that just to like get people to like, people would buy the crap out of it at a 60 frame per second version of it. So
yeah, sure. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a good presentation. I liked almost everything they showed off, which is cool. Even the stuff that I wasn't really into was all stuff that I thought, belonged in, or things that people are going to want to play. Only one I'm curious about is Veilguard, because, the reception I've been seeing on that game has been pretty meh to negative. So, But yeah, if I was going to grade this presentation as a whole, I'm going to give it a really, really, really light A-. I'm giving it the A- because it has that big reveal at the end of a game I really want to play. But overall, I think it was a really well-paced presentation. I think it had a lot of cool things to show and a lot of games I want to play personally. So yeah, it was good. What would you grade it?
Yeah, I'd probably give it a B+. There was a few things in there that I am interested in for sure, but there's also like quite a few things I just kind of don't care about at all in there. Yeah, I thought I had something else, but I don't. And then the presentation did feel a little long to me, but overall it was good, I would say.
It's fair. So B+, A-, light A-. Let us know in the comments, what did you guys think of this presentation? What were some of the biggest highlights? What are the games you were really excited for? Big reveals, big surprises that you want to talk about? Anything that was disappointing to you? Maybe something you were looking for. Maybe you wanted Bloodborne. Maybe you wanted Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, what else were you hoping for in terms of this presentation? And yeah, tell us everything you think about in the comments below when it comes to this state of play, and what are you most excited for. But that's going to do it for this TLG Reacts. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to vote for your community pick game of the month for October, and stay tuned. I think TGS is happening, so if I need to look at the schedule. I know there's something else happening, but when that happens, we'll react to it. And we'll see you then. Also, this weekend, we have Plus Club and Game of the Month coming. So stay tuned for that. We'll be revealing, I think it's this weekend, right? Or is it next weekend? Let me double check real quick. Nope, it's this weekend.
Definitely not the next one.
It's
I'll be
this,
gone.
yeah, this weekend. We'll be doing Plus Club Game of the Month. So get your votes in. Get ready to talk about the games on PlayStation Plus and also World War Z. We will be talking about that and revealing your guys' pick, the winner for Community Pick Game of the Month. The Chevy will make an effort in October to play whatever that is, but I will for sure be playing it all month. But yeah, thanks Chevy for joining me for this. Thank you guys for joining us. Stay tuned for more episodes. I've been Seth, and until the next episode, have a good one, guys, and take it easy.